With the final few weeks of the pike season approaching, it was time to head to the river for a few days to see if any large pike were feeding. The weather had been unfavourable and conditions were challenging for this time of year, but it was worth a try.
And today we are in search of some big pike. My tuitions are done. We've got 3 weeks left, then that's it, season's finished. So I've got to pull some magic out of the bag and try and catch a big pike. And that's what I'm hoping to do. We've got 3 or 4 days fishing on this venue, and I'm hoping that over that sort of period of time we can get some big pike. So regarding the tactics, keeping it really simple, 2.5 ounce lead. That's going to be plugged into the very silty area here. Anti-tangle boom, and I've got one of those on because I've got a very long trace. There's quite a bit of debris out here, so I want to make sure that it's not going to get plugged into any of that. And that is the bait of choice. The one I always use, sardine. It's got me more big pike than any other bait I've ever used. Because I'm guessing today it can go 2 ways. We're either going to do well or it's going to be quiet. I'm not too sure how it's been fishing. I haven't spoken to anyone who's been on here, so it can go 2 ways, but we have got plenty of time over these next few days to try and get a bite. So, and hopefully we can get some big pike. That's what we're after. Some of these elusive clonkers that are in the river, there is plenty of them. Fish on. Go on, my son. Oh! I think I might have been a little bit too eager hitting into it, even though there was line being taken. I think it's because it's been quite a few quiet sessions on the venues we've been fishing. I knew this was going to happen. I'd be too eager to hit into it. And that was in this margin area. Right. We're untangled. Let's get a fresh bait out and look at the weather. Glorious. But the good thing about scenarios like this is if you don't hook the pike, I can guarantee it might be hanging around, and you know, you've got another chance for catching the fish because you haven't hooked it. If you do hook a pike and it comes off, forget it. That pike is not going to come back for a feed. Right, let's go out again. I've gone a little bit further out here. Not too far, because I know where the big gills are going to patrol. Just there. That left hand rod again. Literally, I've just cast that bait out. Right. Before I do anything, let me have a little bit of a feel, because I don't want to... Oh, it's not debris, it can't be debris. Yo, yes. And this is what I was talking about. This is exactly what I was talking about. If you don't hook the pike, it'll come back. It'll stay around the area. We've got you. Right, mate, you other way. Yeah, if you look at it, the line, like a straight line mark on its side. So I'm guessing that might have been possibly an up trace on the actual skin of the pike, maybe. I mean, look at that in the water. It is like tap water here, and I've got a good view, a vantage point looking down here, and believe it or not, there's hardly anything showing. All these pike are going to be in the murky water, probably 3 rod lengths out, but it's lovely to see them underwater, just here in the nice clear. Right, well, our fortunes change. Who knows? Apologies for the lack of footage in this video today, but the conditions have overrun it a bit. I mean, we had hail earlier on, rain, heavy winds, now it's glorious sunshine. Would you Adam and Eve it? Right, come on. Let's have a nice river 30 in the next 20 minutes. That's what we want. None of these little pasties. Let's have an absolute beast. Well, the witching hour has finally arrived. The sun's going down and it's absolutely beautiful on the river. The wildlife, it's calm, there's no rain, there's no wind. and I can finally get out to do some filming. And it's been a fairly quiet day. I did expect it. When I spoke to a few people, they said, oh, anything's been caught. That's mostly your day anglers, which is why, with it being mild conditions, I'm going to be doing night sessions on it and sort of hoping that we can get some big fish. Because I've had a few at night time, I've had quite a lot on here. When everyone's gone home, a few hours later, fish come along and then you end up catching them. So that is the sort of plan of attack. And if we don't get anything after a couple of days, I'm going to probably venture to the drains. I can't see the point in spending 2 days on here, spending 4 days on here and not getting anything. After 2 days, if nothing's happened, then we'll move to the drains for a couple of days to ban the week out. The river looks absolutely spot on, it really does. I mean, look at that. This is why we do it. Even if you're not catching sometimes, it is nice to just spend time here. Bit of wildlife, it's nice and calm. And if all goes to plan, we get a decent one. And that is absolutely fine. No problems with that at all. So I'm not going to go as far out with this one now. I'm going to bring them all closer in. So let's have a look. The river levels look like they've come up a little bit from the rain that we had, because this is a tidal river. Margin area just here. That'll do. Well, that's it. Traps are all set. It's just now a case of just waiting for something to come through. If we haven't had anything by, like I say, a couple of days, we'll go to a different venue. We'll go to the drains. There's no point spending too much time on one venue if it's not going to produce any fish for us. We do need to get amongst them because time is ticking on. We've only got, after this week, only a couple of weeks left of the season, so hopefully we can get amongst some fish. In reality, and sort of being realistic, getting a monstrous pike from the drains is going to be very tough, and I could waste 2 weeks fishing there and getting nothing, only the smaller ones. So I am going to be dividing my time between rivers and the actual drains. I was supposed to be fishing a lake from now, well, the whole of February and the beginning of March, on a venue that's got a £40 pike in, and I was literally 2 minutes away from buying the ticket. I'd done quite a few recce's on the lake and it ended up dying. So that's why I'm coming back to the same rivers, and I've been fishing the Trent, otherwise I'd have spent most of the season on this. So yeah, it is what it is. It's just one of them things really. Big pike, they do tend to die after a few years, so hopefully we can get something. Like I say, if we haven't had anything by a couple of days, we'll move over to the drains, give that a go, and then let the season progress. So it's time for a bit of evening food, and then hopefully tonight we can get something in the bag.
The success of targeting big pike varies from year to year. Some seasons offer perfect weather, resulting in numerous large catches, while others prove exceptionally challenging. It all comes down to the weather. For instance, last February, the conditions were significantly better and the big pike were moving frequently. But she's an absolute clonker, lovely looking fish, and another beautiful, beautiful pike. Look at that bad boy, that is an absolute clonker of a fish. Look at the girth on that bad boy. We are amongst some more 20s in the river and I'm over the moon, I really am. Apologies for the angle of the actual camera, I've got it tucked under a brolly at the moment. We've had so much rain all night long pretty much, and it's made life really difficult. And I thought it was going to stump the fishing, we wasn't going to catch anything at all, but as luck would have it, the planets have aligned and we have got another low 20. So I'm over the moon, I really am. What a lovely, lovely pike. So, oh, we just had a knock on that right hand rod. Fish on. How big is it? It's holding deep, I'll give you that. I've just seen the top of its body. Maybe it's a big fish or a small one to go. Oh, it's only just hooked in the scissors. Only just hooked. Oh, quick, get in that net, please. He's gonna come off, I can see it. Come on, mate, come on, go. Yes. Oh, that's a nice pike. Right, I'm going to end the video here. We've got another fish.
and that is 20 number, is it 5 or 6 we've had this past week? I mean, look at the length of that. That is an absolutely immaculate condition, and it's been covered in leeches as well, so she's only just started to move. But all I can say is I'm over the moon. I've never had so many big fish in a week in my life, I really haven't. I've had more 20s than smaller fish, and that just doesn't happen. So I'm going to end the video here, keep it short and sweet. What can I say? I'm over the moon, I really am. That is an absolutely beautiful pike. As you can see, she's probably just under a metre long, and you can tell just by her belly she's got a couple of extra pound on her for spawning. But that is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful creature, and this is what we come to the rivers for. I always say it's the month of PBs. You just never know what's around the corner, and catching these big pike has put the icing on the cake. It really has. If I don't catch another fish for the rest of the season, the sort of week and a half, I'll be more than happy. But well, I was literally doing a piece to camera, and the left-hand rod has just gone off. I don't know if it's a big, no, it's only a small fish by the feel of it. Yeah, don't feel overly big to, oh. I'm just hoping it doesn't come off. Oh, I'm hoping it doesn't come off, because the last few we were having, well, yesterday afternoon we lost. So this feels like a, oh, that's a nice pike. That is a nice fish. That is a really nice pike. Oh, please don't come off. Don't tell me that's another 20, surely not. It can't be. That's a big pike. Oh, don't you come off, please, darling. Please, please don't come off. Oh, oh, that's a nice looking fish. That's a beauty. Look at that. Oh my days. Absolute clonker of a pike out the river, and this is what I love, catching big pike from the river. It's better than any lake or any still water, and that is another absolute clonker of a pike, and I am over the moon. I mean, look at the length of it and the girth on that bad boy. That is an absolute monstrous looking pike for the river, and all I can say is the season has been more than kind to us, it really has. Well, we've just had a knock on the left-hand rod. I was literally getting half an hour's sleep, and let's see what we've got. We've lost a fish earlier on. I don't know what it was, to be honest, but I think it was a small one, or just having a look around the bait. But it has been it has been absolutely dead these past few hours. So I'm expecting this fish, it might possibly come off. I don't know if it's a decent sized one or. Oh yeah, that looks a nice pike. Oh yeah, that looks beautiful. Oh, please don't come off. Oh my God, it might be. Is it another 20? Oh, please don't come off. Oh, that's a nice pike. Oh, I only just looked in the scissors. Please don't come off, please. That does look like another big pike. Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah, that's another big girl. Oh, I've got to be really careful now, because she's only just hooked in the scissors. Just got to gently guide towards this net. Please, darling, let me get you in. That's the one. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Look at it. Oh, oh yes, 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 yes. I can't believe it. Oh God, I really can't. Oh, she's got some power, she really has. And she's got some girth on her as well. Oh, another 20 pound, I don't believe what's going off here. Oh my days, she has got some power, she really has. Beautiful fish, and you can tell she's got a couple of pound of spawn on her as well, just by her stomach. Now I've rested her for about 10 minutes, so she might start beating me up a little bit, but she's got some right girth on her. She's a beautiful pike, she really is. So I'll be as quick as I can to show you, but that is another absolute clonker of a pike. What is going off? I have never known this in my entire angling life, to get this many 20s. I mean, look at the length of her. She is an absolute unit, she really is. Well, I'm gonna end the video here. It's been a very quiet 24 hours. We've had one small fish. If we get another small one today, I know full well there ain't gonna be many big pike moving through. It's gonna take that a little bit longer on this venue anyway. I noticed the Trent isn't fishing that well on the sections that I've been fishing, so yeah, it might take that little bit longer with the cold weather and the rain we've had. I mean, yesterday's conditions, they weren't overly bad. I mean, it was sunny, it was raining and really windy and this, that and the other. I've caught fish in those kind of conditions before, so only catching a really small pike, tiny little pike, that means that if I get one today, I know full well the big ones aren't on the move, so it'll spur me on to move to the drains for a couple of days. Best scenario for me would be getting a big pike today, then I will literally stay here all week. If I blank the rest of the week, I'm not bothered, I'm here for the big pike. And bear in mind, when you're trying to target a big pike like 20s, mid-20s, you don't get them every day. They're not like a regular occurrence, you're not banging them out every 5 minutes. You have to put the time in and hope that they sort of come along when you're there. So it's that, do I stay, do I go? Only time will tell, but you'll find out in the next video anyway. So I just want to thank everyone for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.